Just don't pay your loans back. You don't owe anybody anything anyway.
I don't think I've made a single payment on those student loans because I've had them.
Not paying your Klarna debt almost feels like the new status symbol.
Today, we are looking at people who refuse to pay their debt and the amazingly creative reasons why they won't. Viewer discretion is advised.
I will honestly admit that I don't think I've made a single payment on those student loans because I've had them.
Great. You don't feel responsible to pay back money you borrow?
It's not that. I just...
Well, yes. Go on.
I don't have the degree for it. So I'm like...
Yeah, but you borrowed it. I don't have the degree. I'm paying on mine.
I know I borrowed it. But it's not that I don't plan on paying it back. It's
been over a decade.
I know.
From your most recent.
I know.
$20,576.
Just because you didn't get a degree does not mean you don't have to pay your debt anymore. I think that's pretty obvious. I'm not sure what they dem zur is trying to get to here.
If you use Klarna, you do not have to pay the money back because the owners of Klarna are not in the United States. Why would you pay back someone who lives across the globe? Buy up all the you can right now with Klarna, okay? And what are the Swedish people even gonna do about it? They don't live in America. They can't do anything. They live in Sweden.
When we mix stupidity with supreme confidence, we get absolute donuts like this guy over here. Just because Klarna is not a US-based company does not mean it can sue him into oblivion.
Not paying your Klarna debt almost feels like the new status symbol. More and more people are being forced into overdraft and debt just to be able to afford having fun on the weekend. And fun is the new luxury. There's like a collective activism and everyone just being like, you know what? No, I'm not going to pay you back. And I'm not going to let you shame me.
Look at her, trying to rebrand financial irresponsibility as a status symbol. I don't think it's going to catch on.
I'm 23 and I'm in $300,000 of debt, and I'm not stressed about it. If I passed away tomorrow, that debt disappears. And honestly, as long as I can afford my daily Starbucks, I'm good. I am not stressing.
I watched this video many times because I could not believe the nonchalantness with which this lady is facing her crippling $300,000 debt. My best guess is she is either a Zen Buddhist monk or a dumbass.
Just don't pay your loans back. You don't owe anybody anything anyway. You see, the money that you've taken out as a loan is yours. You created it. If people understood exactly how money works, you'd understand that you don't owe anybody any money. Like, let me ask you this question. When you take out a loan from the bank, where does that money come from? You see, we're sold this idea that when you take a loan out from the bank is somehow giving you something that they already own, and therefore you have to give it them back.
Complete sophistry and utter bullshit. This is not ancient Greece, my good sir. Philosophy and relativism are not going to get you or anybody else out of their debts. I do appreciate the Irish accent though. It sounds cool.
Asking this because I genuinely don't know how the economy works. So with everything going on and the recession that might happen, is there actually any point in me paying off credit card debt? Or should I just focus on like paying rent and paying the basics? I have no savings, so that's not the issue. I'm currently just living paycheck to paycheck, paying the bills, paying rent, paying off my credit cards. Should I just stop paying off my credit cards? That's my question.
No, you should not. You have to pay your debts, lady. And while you're at it, maybe dye your hair back a normal color.
As someone who used to work in student loan collections, my advice for everyone is to delete your LinkedIn, lock down all your socials, and make sure you're not on any company websites. Just make sure you don't have any of your employment information online because they will have to find your employment and verify it. So, hope this helps.
Yeah, Jack Reacher over here thinks she can get off the grid. Yeah, that's not how that works. It's much more complicated nowadays, especially with the advent of AI, surveilling everybody.
Do not, and I repeat, do not pay any collection with your hard-earned money. You do not owe them anything. If you need help with your credit, let me know. Follow for more.
Let me know. Follow for more. The classic, don't pay your debts, pay me instead, so I can get more money. What an asshole.
Never, ever pay your credit card on the due date. it won't improve your credit score.
Another one. Don't pay your debt. Buy my AI garbage instead that won't help you do anything. These people belong in a maximum security prison.
There's literally no legal way for you to get out of paying your student loans. You cannot. You are in a prison. It's the same as debtor's prison. And I'm watching these people send their kids to debtor's prison for jobs that they don't need to buy degrees for. And it's wild, but they've convinced them that they have to do that to get any good jobs. But the reality is very few jobs are going to be good enough to get them out of this.
Yeah, the system is rigged against us. What's new?
And the bottom of my casket will have a file cabinet for all these student loans to rest in heavenly peace. That's how much I owe in student loans. How much money I owe in student loans. Now let me provide you with some additional information, since I know that this video is going to go viral because people are cruel and a lot of people are going to be ready to attack me in the comments and judge me and do whatever they got to do to feel good about themselves. I am a proud 25-year-old with over $100,000 in student loan debt. I went to school. I got a free associate degree through the early college program. I then furthered my education and got 2 additional degrees. I have a bachelor's degree in entrepreneurship with a minor in management, and I have a master's degree in organizational leadership. But one thing America doesn't know about me is that I have 1 additional degree that's not on file and it's not in the records anywhere, and that's a law degree. At any given point, I'm prepared to take the stand and explain why I cannot afford to pay a dime on them student loans.
Yeah, if she had a law degree, she would realize that there is absolutely zero chance of her winning this case in this reality or any other parallel reality for that matter. You have to pay your debts. There is simply no way around it.
Never going to pay back my student loans, and this is how I'm going to finesse them. I'm currently getting a doctoral degree, and I'll be milking those student loan refund checks throughout the process, while, of course, doing the work authentically. However, upon graduation in about 2.5 years, I'm going to continue to go to college for the rest of my life. This isn't a new secret. However, I'm going to pay out of pocket 2 classes a semester, 6 credits in a degree-seeking program, at least 2 semesters a year. That'll be about $2,000 max, including books. And then I'll get a lifetime learner's credit of $1,000 on my tax return. So my net payment is only $1,000. And I will continue to get associate's degrees. And just, keep learning.
Now, you may not be familiar with this forever student loophole, but it's actually very popular. Dead wrong, but very popular. It is another one of those.
They can't garnish your wages if you're a student. A student who is taking at least 6 credit hours. A student who is taking 6 credit hours in a degree-seeking or a certificate-seeking program, preferably at a local community college where the tuition is going to be a lot cheaper than that student loan bill you're going to get. And if you never finish school and you want to return back, they have scholarships for that now. A lot of them.
They can 100% garnish your wages despite you being a student. Here is what an actual lawyer has to say about this lady's video.
That was Dr. Potts, and I looked her up before I recorded this video. She's got credentials and experience in higher education, which is why it really pains me to tell you she's wrong. Going back to school is not going to prevent or stop a wage garnishment for your defaulted student loans. Neither the regulations nor the governing statutes provide any special protection based on the borrower's enrollment in a degree or certificate program.
I'm not paying my student loans. The government keeps threatening all these things they're going to do to people if they don't pay their student loans. I don't think they realize we don't care. We don't have enough to care. We don't care about credit scores anymore. We don't care if you siphon our paychecks. We're just going to quit and move on to the next company because that company was probably going to fire us anyway. People don't stay at jobs like they used to. People aren't locked in to a job they have to stay at for 35 years because they're getting a pension and great benefits. Those things don't happen anymore. So if you threaten to siphon people's paychecks, they're just going to quit and go to another company because that company was probably going to go bankrupt anyway and fire everybody in the next couple months. This is going to be so much work for the government to siphon paychecks.
Yeah, she doesn't care about her credit score until she does. Until she will be unable to get a new apartment or a car loan or a job. Because believe it or not, most employers nowadays do financial background checks on their prospects.
$10,795 student loans. What's your minimum payment? Like $125? What?
I'm not paying it. I can be honest about that. Because they've been going down on their own. So I'm thinking the government got something to do with that.
Are you sure you're
Never
not getting
paid
an
$1
automatic
rent.
withdrawal?
Where would they pull it from?
Garnishing your wages before they hit your account? Why are you not paying this?
You see how they're saying 2% paid off, 1% paid off?
Yes, you've probably paid some money towards it at some
That's
point.
not me. That's what I'm saying. Somebody's doing some magic right now. I was gonna let the magic keep happening. Maybe Joe Biden won't take care of that like he said he would.
He tried. The Supreme Court said no. What's your degree in?
Criminal justice.
Okay, why are we not working in that in any way whatsoever?
By the time I was about to walk across stage, I decided I don't want to do that no more.
She's waiting for the magic, guys. Well, if she keeps waiting, she is gonna find herself jailed real quick. If you liked this video, you will love this one. I guarantee it.